Founded in Vancouver, 2002, our United Global Chinese Women's Associations IC Canada is a registered nonprofit and non-political organization in Canada. Our mission is to build a platform for women to integrate into society, to live, to learn, and to work successfully and encourage civil responsibility to benefit the local community and the nation. It has been 17 years since we launched the Outstanding Women and Mothers Award program. Since then, hundreds of female leaders have been honored for their significant contributions to our community. Female leaders from different fields and industries across Canada. The awards include Exceptional Mothers Award, Vancouver's Outstanding Women's Award, BC's Outstanding Women's Award, Canada's Outstanding Women's Award, and the Community Special Contribution Award. Due to the global pandemic and the spread of COVID-19, many people have devoted their time and efforts in supporting the community. Therefore, we added a COVID-19 Outstanding Team and COVID-19 Outstanding Individual Award. This program encourages more and more women to become role models in different fields through their outstanding leadership, sustained dedication, and inspiring achievements. As the 9th Board of Directors of UGCWAC, we will always work hard to contribute to our society and community by empowering more and more women and mothers with children to achieve their goals at work, to live a meaningful life, and we will also promote and exchange cooperation with women's associations in Canada, China, and the US. Today, we're very honored to have invited an award candidate with us. Let's hear their story.
Hi, thank you for joining us today. And my name is Jenny. Nice to meet you, Debbie. So thank you for sharing your stories about outstanding women in this society. And before I start it, would you like to share some fun fact about yourself? Let us know what you do and maybe tell us one thing that you do find your job interesting.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you so much for having me here. It's very nice to meet you, Jenny. You've been wonderful through this whole process. It is truly an honor to be nominated for this award. Thank you, Wendy. My name is Debbie Vance, and I am a graphic designer, and I also run social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and I think that right now is probably one of the most challenging but rewarding times for me.
Sure. With
this pandemic that we're having right now, and we're all going through it. And how do you keep in touch with loved ones, family members? How do you reach out to people if you don't know how to use social media safely? There are so many scams and frauds and things going on out there. People are a little afraid to use social media, and I volunteer my time assisting those who are in lockdown or they are at home in quarantine. They want to reach out to their family, but they don't know how. So that's what I spend a lot of my time doing through Zoom or Messenger chat, is connecting people together who would otherwise possibly be affected by depression or just really negative impact of what we're all going through. So it's not a good thing what we're going through, but it is happening. So what I can do to help others through it, to get us all through it safely together, is paramount to me.
That is so cool.
I love doing it too.
It's hard to connect COVID-19 and social media in this broad sense, but you say I do find is actually interactive with a lot of important things like mental health and one's well-being, and about friendships and relationship with family members.
Yes.
They're really important components of our lives.
Yes.
And I cannot imagine to live a life without them.
Well, there are people out there, I mean, life goes on. Women are having babies, and people are having birthdays, and with our limitations for group get-togethers and gathering, you can still be there for these important moments through social media or through Zoom, and you can do it safely. You don't have to wait for maybe something in the mail or that phone call where you don't really get to live the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I really enjoy helping people.
So for today, would you like to share to us about your Canada speech for the Outstanding Women's Award?
Well, it was completely unexpected and certainly an honor. In that regard, I would like to say that I am a member of Rotary. I am one of 1.2 million volunteers in the world who do good every day. They use their professional skills, they use their time, they use their money, their effort to make our world a better place. And I've been a Rotarian now for 8 years. And many of these Rotarians are women and who are saving lives, who are dealing with children and trafficking and saving lives from polio and helping with maternal and childcare, health issues, just some amazing women out there. And I am just so proud to be a member of Rotary and do what I do. And I create Rotary graphics, which is one of the things
you're the designer
I love to do.
for that.
And this is all volunteer work that I do to spread the good of what Rotary does in our world and encourage other women to get involved and find their passion. And especially right now with COVID, there's just so many avenues that we can still do good in the world and we can still make a difference. And I help people find those avenues and those passions and set things in motion for them. So again, it's truly an honor to be here. This is just what I've dedicated my life to, is helping others and being a woman who people can look up to and say, you know, if she can do it, I can do it.
That's very heartwarming.
It's just me.
Yeah, I do see their cardigan or shirt out there says Rotary.
Best organization ever to do good in our world.
That's great.
Really
so
is.
About how much hours in a week or how regular do you volunteer?
I probably do at least 5 hours a day. I create graphics for many Rotary clubs, districts, and zones. And I know this is a little foreign to you if you don't understand Rotary or know, but let's just say that I spend a lot of time promotion, marketing, social media for the cause of doing good in our world and helping others. And my work has made thousands of dollars to our charity so that they can take that money and buy polio drops. They can take that money and save children from the human trafficking. They can take that money and internationally house people that don't even have houses. So that is my contribution. One day when COVID is over, I'll get back to actually traveling internationally and being more hands-on. But for right now, we're all kind of stuck.
Working from home.
Yes,
I think that's what everyone do.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So I do what I can from home to empower other women and to help them realize their potential.
I feel like that's almost
COVID.
like, you say 5 hours a day. Yeah. That would be like almost like a full-time job or a part-time job per se, but that's a lot of commitment that you do.
Yeah, it is, but that's what I've dedicated my life to.
And how long have you been volunteer with this organization?
Well, I've been a member of Rotary for 8 years, but I retired.
8 years?
Yeah,
wow.
I retired from the RCMP after 21 years, 2 years ago. So I was very lucky to be able to dedicate my time to Rotary now, not necessarily to full-time shift work through the RCMP. So that's what I've been doing, and my wonderful partner is still around, even though I spend 5 hours a day at least working on Rotary or working on helping others. So,
but I think it's great that they just support you no matter what you do, and I do think it's a really, really good thing to do because you're essentially supporting people around the world.
Yes.
So have you done graphic design before?
No, actually, I'm a dispatcher, 911 operator, emergency responder. And one day when I joined Rotary, someone asked me and said, why don't you channel your passion for helping others when I retired through Rotary? And the marketing and the promotion I felt could be better. So I started picking up my phone and doing programs and taking pictures and showcasing what Rotary is all about in a really new, fun, energetic, eye-catching type of way. And it took off. It it went nuts. Everybody wanted graphics. We were promoting Rotary. So we're doing all this kind of stuff, and I feel I couldn't do it justice to talk about it because it's just so involved. Been around a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
But if anybody is interested in Rotary or learning about it,
sign up. Go to Debbie.
Please ask me questions. It's the best thing other than meeting my partner, it's the best thing that I ever did was joining Rotary. It's the most amazing, fulfilling thing that, other than maybe the years with the RCMP when you help people. It just opens your eyes to the wonders of the world.
I think they're like fundamentally the same because you do want to help people.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think there is any difference between those like jobs because you're giving people what the help they need.
Yes, through policing. Yes, absolutely. But that was a job, although I loved it very much and I was there a very long time. Rotary is volunteers.
Yeah.
So I take the skill set that I have in policing and emergency response and wherever graphic design came from, and I use it now to help Rotary and help locally in our community and whoever needs it, really.
I think you would, I don't know, I probably feel like you're facing like a huge demand of, graphic design right now because everyone's shifting to online. That'll keep you like really busy.
Yeah. And for an example is the Zoom meetings. Right now, most charities, most boards, I'm a member of the Chamber of Commerce, most of everybody is Zooming for their meetings. So unless people know that these meetings are going on and they're happening, then they're not going to show up. Yeah. So this is where I come in is, could you put together a graphic so I can put it out there so everybody knows the meeting is at this time in this location and what it's about. And that's where I come in and do it.
So other than Facebook and Instagram, are you trying to do, I know TikTok is really trending, and also Snapchat, for teens mostly. But
yeah, Snapchat. One of my coworkers at the RCMP took a picture of us and I ended up with bunny ears and a nose for Snapchat in the picture. I don't use Snapchat.
Because Snapchat, I think it's bad for promoting because it just goes away in 24 hours.
And it doesn't house information.
Yeah.
Facebook will house information, very similar to a website. Instagram, not so much, but Instagram is fantastic for getting pictures and getting information out there, such as Twitter, very fast-paced.
True.
If something's going on in Twitter, you can tweet it out to a whole whack of people. It's very fast-paced. Facebook is the platform that I use the most. It's the best, in my opinion, to promote because the information stays there. You can go and look at it 3 days later and it's still there. TikTok, I actually haven't even looked at that yet. It's
mostly just like people recreating like music that's trending and dancing for most of the times. But I think it's really popular right now. Yeah. But definitely informative, Facebook. I think it's really informative in a way. I used to manage pages on Facebook too, but as a volunteer too, but I find it really interesting how you can see how many people you've reached for post. There's this little bar down there and there is like this line, I think it's blue or something. They were like, oh, how many of these people, because you have an expected number to reach and then how many people actually see this.
And this again is a learning curve for people too, because you can actually go in and see who has decided they don't want to see any more of your posts and who has gone in and who has shared them. It gauges your message response time. If I don't respond to a message on my graphics page, it says, oh, you're only 70% effective in getting back to your messages. What Facebook doesn't realize is that I get 20 messages a day, right? So these are all things that could concern people, to go in there and figure out what is important, what is not important, what you need to know, and what is just really completely irrelevant in regards to stats and things like that, so it doesn't scare people off. That's very important as well, because in the beginning I was a little bit shocked by all this information and the graphs and everything. Really, it's something to look at, maybe something to gauge, but other than that, I don't really live by it.
You checked the Canadian Canada, like the Chinese Canadian Association page, and also like the United Women page. I think they do have on Facebook.
You know what? I actually didn't look at that.
Yeah.
No, this all happened so fast that I actually haven't had a chance with the moving everything to take a look at that Facebook page. But I will when I leave here.
Yeah. They're great organizations too.
Yeah, if I can assist in any way, then then I absolutely would.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, to wrap it up, so I think for today, you really speak to us about how your understanding of empowering women and being an outstanding woman yourself, and then tell us exciting facts about your job. I am really impressed for what you do globally and locally.
Yes.
So do you want to say something to the audience and to everyone who is watching this show right here? Do you want to say something to them about their vision?
I would like to thank all the women in the world who have stepped up and made that much of a difference, got us to where we are today. And I am really, really proud to be a woman in this day and age. And if anybody is lacking a little bit of advice, or if anybody wants to talk to someone who can maybe empower them or help them be all they can be, because in this world we certainly can as women, please reach out and contact me. I would love to help you and hear from you. And again, thank you, all the women all over the world, for the really, really great things you do, especially the women in Rotary. It's amazing.
Oh, that's really heartwarming. All right, thank you, Debbie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And again, so nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.